Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about capitalization rules. By the time we finish this lecture video, we will have covered 4 different capitalization rules. The first capitalization rule that I want to share with you states that we need to capitalize proper nouns and any adjectives derived from those proper nouns. So what I mean by that can be shown in the examples. The example says the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, typically, if we were looking at adjectives in any other sentence, golden, gate, and bridge would not be proper nouns that need to be capitalized. However, these words all are derived from the proper noun, the Golden Gate Bridge, so in certain contexts, these words will be capitalized. The same can be said for the Grand Canyon. We know that grand nor canyon would be capitalized traditionally, but because they're used in this context, those words are derived from a proper noun, so they would be capitalized. On the other half of the slide here, I've given you a list of different nouns that should be capitalized. So our examples of proper nouns include brand names, companies, days of the week and months, holidays, man-made structures, and nicknames. Now the other part of this slide will show you nouns that are not capitalized unless it has a proper noun in the name. So the following list, like I said, should not be capitalized. Animals, foods, plants, vegetables or fruits, and seasons. So when we move forward and we work to apply this rule, you really need to ask yourself, is it a proper noun? Or is it a word that derives from a proper noun? If so, it should be capitalized. If not, we're going to leave it lowercase. Our second capitalization rule states that we should capitalize specific geographical regions, but we do not have to capitalize points on a compass. So I've given you examples that show you how this rule works. The first example gives you a specific geographical region. It says, I live in southeast Minnesota. Because we're looking at the southeast Minnesota, we're talking about a specific geographical region, so southeast would be capitalized. In our next sentence, I mention a point on a compass. We left Florida and drove north. This word north is being used as a point on a compass, and so north does not need to be capitalized. So again, it all comes down to how the word is being used in context. Our third capitalization rule states that we should capitalize relatives' family names when they immediately precede a personal name, kind of like if that family name is being used as a title. We should also capitalize that family name if they are used in place of a personal name. Some examples. Andy loved Aunt Bee's apple pies. That word aunt is being used as a title for Bee. Because aunt is being used as a title, it should be capitalized. The next example says, I told my dad that mom went shopping. Now in this sentence, you might notice that dad is not capitalized, but mom is. That is because mom is being used in place of someone's name. A trick for you. If you're not really sure if it should be capitalized or not, you can run a test. And the test is this. If you can replace your parent's name in that sentence and it makes sense, it should be capitalized. If it does not make sense, it does not need to be capitalized. Let's try this test. I told my Gary that Gina went shopping. It doesn't really make sense for us to say, I told my Gary. Because it doesn't make sense to say I told my Gary, Dad should not be capitalized. But it does make sense to say I told my dad that Gina went shopping. Because it makes sense to say that Gina went shopping, Mom should be capitalized. And the same goes for our last sentence. I really like your mom's dress. Mom is not being used in place of a personal name, so it does not need to be capitalized. And lastly, capitalization rule number 4 states that we should only capitalize a title if they are used before a personal name. Okay, we do not need to capitalize the title if it is used after a name or instead of a name. If we look at our examples, we can see that that rule has been applied. Example 1 says, "Also expected to attend is Senator James, but the other senators will not be at the conference." In this example, that word senator is being used as a title for James, so it should be capitalized. And lastly, everyone feared Justice Wargrave. Justice is being used as Wargrave's title, so justice should be capitalized. And our next steps. Once you finish taking notes on these slides, I'd like you to take out your sentence correction sheet. And remember, we're working on set 3 and 4. When you have your sentence correction sheet out, I'd like you to correct sentence 1 under set 4. Make sure you check your work by answering or by watching the provided answer video. And then just a friendly reminder, continue to work on that no red ink assignment on noredink.com. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked to you about in this video, please feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching, everyone.